Hey guys, welcome back to Mac Farms. I've been meaning to make a video about this for the last couple of days, but I just haven't had a chance. I haven't had my big camera out here, so I'm just trying to do this on the phone before it's too late. So I got the Challenger behind me. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So as some of you have already figured out, we've had the Challenger for sale for the last little bit, and Dad mostly took his undercarriage mount off of it, which is the plow gear setup that's sitting underneath it. You can see the front blade sitting here. That's the undercarriage mount. So that's been taken off. That's the front bracket sitting there in the bucket of the 7020. We got the weight bracket back on it. She's back to as it came to us. Dad decided to sell it. It fits into a weird place where it's almost too big for what he's doing with it, which is like a snow removal. And it's too small for what we want to do with it on the farm, which is pull the manure spreader. It is technically a heavier tractor than the weight, but it's not ballasted heavier. After you count the ballast on the weight, it's a bit lighter. And it's 4-cylinder, so it's a pretty short wheelbase, and it rides pretty rough, so I didn't really like it for spreading manure very much. So anyway, that's kind of one of the main reasons he decided to sell it. And also, it just ties up a lot of money. You know, it's an expensive tractor. It's a 2014, you know, it's only 7 years old, I guess, which, you know, by our standards is practically brand new. It's a pretty expensive machine. So anyway, I just wanted to free up some cash, I guess, and it didn't really fit what we were doing, so we're gonna move it along. So allegedly it is sold. I don't know 100%. The guy hasn't came with the truck and money yet, but yeah, the plan is that it's gonna be leaving here in the next couple days, so I thought we'd do one final look. I'll have to take his light off the roof too. I'll have to remind him. But one final look at it. She's got, I don't know, 4,600 hours on it or something like that. We didn't put very many on it. Tires are still like new, with a little bit of weather cracking in them. But not much for wear. 2 remotes on it. I am gonna miss the buddy seat. She's got the buddy seat in her. So maybe I'll go over a few things I did like and didn't like about it, and we'll discuss that. So as I said, it's a 2014 Challenger. It's an MT465D. It is about 100 PTO horsepower. 4-cylinder, I think it's a 4.9 liter 4-cylinder. It's got 18.438s on the back and 14.928s on the front. Got the front fenders on it. Dyna 4 transmission and 4-wheel drive, obviously. So that's kind of the basics of the tractor. So I guess first off, we'll start with some of the things I did like about it. She's just a little 4-cylinder, but she's got a lot of power. She's got more power than the weight does, despite the weight being rated about the same. She'll definitely outpull it. She's a strong tractor, and she's good on fuel too, so that's hard not to like. Definitely like the tires. Nice Michelin radials. So that was pretty nice. And it's just a good looking tractor. Up here in the cab, there's not much not to like. It's a comfortable cab, nice seat, air seat in it. The power shuttle in it is super nice. Massey's got, in my opinion, the nicest power shuttle design. It's just the best as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've Never spent a ton of time in other tractors, but I mean, sitting in them and playing with them a little bit, I didn't really like it. I used to have 3 remotes on it, I guess. I misspoke. There's 3 remotes on it. Electronic throttle, whatnot. The pillar there. There's not really a whole lot I don't like inside the cab, to be honest. It's a nice tractor to drive, with a few exceptions, and I guess we'll quickly get into the things I don't like about it here. So the first thing I don't like is that Dyna 4. I don't think it's half the transmission that the Dyna Shift was. I don't like the amount of gears. It's got, I think, 16 gears overall, where the Dyna Shift has 32. I kind of got used to the T-handle after a while, but I don't know. I wish there was more gears. I wish I still had the 32 speeds, but other than that, it was all right. I mean, it's still better than an old multi-power, you know, synchronized transmission, or not even worse, non-synchronized transmission. But yeah, just the Dyna 4, I'm not real fussy for it. Dyna 6 might be better. I think probably the best option in one of these tractors would be the Dyna VT, CVT transmission. So that was kind of my biggest gripe about driving the tractor, other than the short wheelbase that it has. So we can get out here and maybe have a look on the other side, because you can see how short the thing is. So being a 4-cylinder, yeah, you can definitely see here. Being a 4-cylinder tractor, the wheelbase is kept pretty short on it, and especially compared to the 6 cylinders. I don't know if it's a full foot shorter than the weight, but it's got to be 8 or 10 inches. So there's no cab suspension or front suspension on this tractor. There are both options that this just didn't have. And yeah, that wheelbase made it ride extremely rough, in my opinion. And I just didn't like that at all, which wasn't a huge deal for, you know, Dad doing snow removal, driving on the roads and that, but I found it not very good hauling manure on, you know, our dirt field roads. So that was that was one thing I didn't like about it. Another thing I didn't like, and it's not that we had problems with it, it was just I don't like the idea of it, and it's that blue cap right there. So she's got the DEF in it, and I mean, I'd rather have a non-emissions tractor myself, a little bit older. I think you're better off, but I will say that I think adding the DEF systems to the tractors is a lot better option than those, you know, diesel particulate filters and whatever else they had, where, I mean, they still have them, but they're not doing as much of a job cleaning the emissions as they were, you know, prior, as they were after they added the DEF. So the DEF seems to take a lot of strain off that system, and just seems to work better. So I like the DEF for that, but I just as soon have an older tractor with absolutely no emissions on it. Like, I don't know, what would be the older equivalent to this? I guess like a 6260 or 6265 maybe. That would be a lot better as far as I'm concerned. Just stay away from the emissions stuff. So yeah, she's a big heavy tractor for a 4-cylinder. Lots of power, just not quite enough weight. I mean, you could ballast it, I guess, and it'd be all right, but still, even the white's a little bit on the light side. We need something a little bit heavier. So it's a nice tractor, ties up too much money. Yeah, just doesn't fit what we want to do. So that's why we're getting rid of it, and hopefully by the time you see this video, it'll be gone. So anyway, yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to come around to replace this one. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm sure he'll get something else for snow removal. I can't imagine him going back to the 3070, but you never know. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine as what it'll be. So anyway, hopefully by the time you guys see this video, this thing will be gone, and that'll be that, I guess. So thanks for watching.
better that way.
There it was, gone.